one, it is Miss Karen. And guess what? If you've been watching these all the way to the end, you know, our fancy letter recognition, you know, that we all start doing when we're about 2 years old with all those little picture books that we have that, you know, parents sit down with us and they start pointing out pictures and helping us look at those simple little like 2 and 3 letter, sometimes 4-letter words, like, you know, frog is 4 letters. All that letter recognition that we've been doing and some of the numbers. Today is the last day. We are at the end of the alphabet. Yay! We're at the end of the alphabet. Gosh, I should have made like a cupcake or brought out a cookie or something to celebrate being at the end of the alphabet. So what letter, okay, hopefully you all been paying attention and you all know your alphabet now. And you've been doing some letter practice at home, right? So as we get ready to come back together, we got this, right? And if for some reason we need to like go back home in the fall because things, you know, flu and cold and then, you know, this whole coronavirus thing comes back again, we got this. We can just pick right back up and we can start learning all kinds of like words and sentences and just really go big. But what's the last letter of the alphabet? Who's coming up the coconut tree today? Who is going to wind up today? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Here comes Z up the coconut tree. As a matter of fact, if we do have to go back to this kind of like home learning stuff in the fall or the winter time, we're going to do sign language, I think. How fun would that be? So Z. Okay, here comes Z up the coconut tree. Let's get to working on Z. And Z's not very big. We're only going to do like Y. We're only going to do one segment of Z. Okay? Just X, Y, Z. It's really hard to find letters to work with. So that's what we're doing. But I also have like a little review page at the end of this, of the X, Y, Z. And to kind of help us work on our letters a little bit. So let's work on Z. So there again, like X and Y. It's kind of hard to come up with some words that start with Z and that have Z in it. If you look in a dictionary, like the letter X, by comparison, a lot of letters would have like 100 pages of words on them. X, Y, Z, yeah, 10 pages. Big difference. Okay, so it gets kind of hard to do some of this stuff and to find books that kind of tie into some of these. So let's just look at our letter, take it for what it is, because it is an important letter. So, letter Z. How do we make it? There's the top line and the bottom line. Okay, as you get better, it's one fluid movement. Okay, so you kind of cross the top, and you go down at an angle, and then you trace on the bottom line. Now you got to be careful with Z's. Okay, so you cross the top, down at an angle, and then back. Why do you have to be careful? Let's look at a number 2. That's a 2. That's a Z. Can you see how important it is to have really great writing? Okay, if you're not putting a good hook on your 2, oh, now I messed it up, and not making your line straight on your Z, they look a lot alike. Okay, so very crisp letters when it comes to 2's and Z's. Okay, so let's get started. Here's A, P, O, Z, and we know we have our zebra down here. There's no need to color him because zebras are black and white, so it's done. Okay, so Z's for zebra. Z can be for zippy, zip, which is to like go fast. Okay, Q, Z, and if we can zip around fast, maybe we have a zipper that we got to keep closed up. Another Z. How about, and about another couple of weeks, we're going to start have zucchinis coming in everywhere. That makes a fruit. It's green, about yay big, and like a lot of people love the zucchini breads, like me. H, T, there's another Z. Gosh, lots of Z's. How about the number 0? Starts with Z. H, F, R, J, K, Z. How about zigzag? You know, so you can go in a straight line, or you can zigzag. E, there's another Z. Where might you find a zebra, and a tiger, and a monkey, and an elephant, and a giraffe? In a zoo. And the zoo would have to have a zookeeper. So there's another Z. And an animal, and the science people, they go to school and get a specialized biology degree in zoology, so that they understand a little bit better of all the animals, the wild animals that we put in a zoo, and what they need to survive and have a good habitat. That is a zoologist, so that's a Z. Oh my gosh, all these Z's in a row here. Zinger. Okay, so I smacked my finger with a hammer. Yeah, ain't pretty, huh? And it's even, the light's just right. It's even black and blue on the bottom. So pretty sure I broke it. That was a zinger when I whacked it. I, U, C, M, L, N, D, and here's another Z. How about zippity doo dah? Ha ha ha. Oh wait, I did zip, huh? But we didn't do zippity. That's a Disneyland thing. You know, zippity doo dah, zippity day. My oh my, what a wonderful way. Something like that. And then what else? There's another Z. Okay, there's a game show. It's like an adult game show, I think. I think it's called Zonk. Okay, or Zonker, something like that. There's another letter Z. Okay, so here's our letter Z. Look at all those Z's. Let's count these. My gosh, that's a lot. I'm sure I got them all. 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 Z's. That's a lot of Z's. How many stripes are in the zebra? So let's count. Let's count his leg stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 stripes that way. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Those aren't full stripes because they're not connected. So their zebra has 18 stripes on him. Woohoo. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, got to put my name on the page. I am Miss Karen. Okay, some more letter recognition with the letter Z. These words start with the letter Z. Z, 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 z. Fill in the letter on the line and then color the pictures. Okay, so Z is for, what does this look like? I bet all your coats have one. And some of you, your bigger kids, you might have them on your pants. A zipper. Z is for zipper. Yeah, most of your denim jeans will have a zipper. And almost all the jackets have zippers on them. Zippers are very useful. Tents have zippers. Sleeping bags have zippers. The little storage bags that, you know, Mom might put a winter blanket in. Take it off your bed in the summer. It'll have a zipper. Z is for zoo. Okay, so what do we have here? We have giraffes, and it's hard kind of color a giraffe because they have spots. It's actually kind of a busy picture. Colored the little counter, and I'm sure it's not a counter. Well, it might be. No, there's probably glass behind there. Or they're back like 20 feet down in a pit, because a giraffe is like 15 feet tall. So I don't think these are both baby giraffes. Okay, and Z is for zebra. Well, I can't color the zebra because zebras are black and white. So this zebra is done. Okay, so our letter Z. Okay, now let's do a little quick review. Okay, so X, Y, Z were our last 3 letters of the alphabet. Okay, and it's kind of hard, like I said, to come up with some stuff to do. So this is a little letter practice. So to make our X, remember, it's top to bottom, comes down at an angle, and then top to bottom down at an angle. Or you can make a right side up V and an upside down V. Either way, it makes an X. As you get better, you'll just go boop, boop, and it's done. Now our Y, it's like a V, and then it has a leg that it stands on. Okay, so it makes a V, and it has a leg. And then our zebra, it's the top line, and then down at an angle, and then a bottom line. Okay, so top line, angle down, bottom line. And we got to be careful that we make our Z's nice, because that's what a 2 looks like, and they look a lot alike, huh? Yeah. Okay, so this is, we get a color here. So what colors do we need? We need green and yellow and brown. Okay, so we need to color our X's green, and our Y's are yellow, and our Z's are brown. Well, I see a whole bunch of X's. Now, is it just the big X's or the little? I think it's all the X's. Okay, so X, 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 X. All those are X's. Okay, so I just gave them all a little color, so that way it helps me color a little better. Because I know all this needs to be green. That way I don't have to color each little spot individually. I can color more efficiently. And all this learning when we're younger, it's all also starting to help us to do things a little more efficiently and quickly. It doesn't seem like it. Just some of these simple color pages would be helping us learn to like color and think a little quicker, a little more efficient, and do things, find ways to do things a little better or more efficient. But ironically, they do. And that helps us, believe it or not, as you get to be big people, grown-ups. X, 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 X. Okay, it looks like everything around here is an X. So that's why, I love that you can go to like Barnes & Noble, or you can look on Amazon online, and they have these color books for adults now, and these connect the dots for adults. And you guys, you're doing connect the dots, and the numbers might go to 30. Most of them probably like 1 to 20, or maybe some connect the letters that have the alphabet. Okay, well, the connect the dots for the grown-ups, they can have 1,000. I mean, they are very intricate puzzles. And the color pages, they have like mandalas, which is just like a really intricate, kind of like a flower. So now I need yellow for our Y's. All that stuff, even as an adult, that coloring and tracing and counting the numbers in order, it helps keep our brains happy and healthy and functioning and thinking right, and that's important as both a young little people like you guys and getting older as an adult, that we find ways to keep our brain happy and active. Now we need brown for our Z's. So here's a Z and a Z. Oh, I missed a Y right here. And there's a saying, and there is some truth to this. If you don't use it, you lose it. So if you think about all the running and jumping and hopping and skipping and everything, climbing that you guys are doing now because you're young, you're building all that good muscle coordination, and you learn to get fast. And so like when you're in high school and stuff, you can run on the track team or play baseball or soccer. All those running, jumping, crawling, all that stuff we're doing now. It helps you develop into, a young person that you can do those things. And then as you get older, it helps you stay active. Because at some point, when you get to be like, really old grandmas and grandpas, it gets really hard to stay active. And it's not so much that we don't want to, the mind wants to stay active, but sometimes, the body starts hurting. You get things called arthritis really bad, and so it hurts the joints. And so some people aren't as active as others, and if they're not as active, all those muscles and all those years they spent running, jumping, hipping, skipping to get strong, those muscles kind of start to get weak because they're not using them anymore. And that's just a part of getting old. It's nothing good, nothing bad. It's just something you got to know and recognize your limit. So, some of you kids that have, the grandmas, grandpas, great grandmas and grandpas maybe, you see them, it's a hot day and it's like they need help in the yard pulling a few weeds. Go help them, because it's hard to bend over sometimes when you get older. Oh, I heard somebody say, gotta put your name on your page, Miss Karen. I saw that name line way up top. Okay, so always put our name on our pages. That way, you know, teachers, if they collect them to give you your little star, I think we did good, to give you a star on the page, they know who to give the paper back to. Okay, so there is our X, Y, and Z. Wow. So we are done with all of our alphabet. Okay, so we did awesome. Have some great letter recognition. We worked on some of our phonics with the vowels and the sounds that they make. We worked on some letters. We read some cool stories. So hopefully, like I said, the last 3 months, this has all been school for you guys. Kind of in a fun, different way. And hopefully you've been doing some at-home practice, right? At-home practice with letters, writing numbers, so that as we come back together in classrooms, you guys can just pick this right back up and go, oh, Miss Karen, we got this. You know, Miss So-and-so, we got this. Just let me have a page to color and practice my letters on so I can start making words. I got this. We've been doing this at home. Okay, so hopefully be seeing you guys soon back at the preschool. And until then, keep reading stories, keep looking at words, keep practicing letters and numbers. All right, have a great day.